Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone on YouTube. Had some technical issues with Google in the back end. All right, so YouTube gave us some technical issues, so a little bit of a delayed start. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if all is good, if you guys can hear me, if you've missed some of the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get the likes up so the momentum continues for the algo. So past couple of days, the going live on YouTube has been having issues, so maybe YouTube having some back end issues. If you do have a YouTube channel, you know they're changing some of their policies per usual. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. All right, so to avoid all the delays, stream issues, back end issues, best thing is, guys, if you are a long-time viewer, you enjoy the content, you're looking to elevate your learning, is to be part of the Discord. All right, that you won't experience any delays or any issues. Okay, YouTube, we never know what can take place. Okay, it is a third-party provider, so we're at YouTube's mercy. All right, so we did get CPI this morning. CPI came in below the previous reading, in line with the forecast. Initially, the market was reacting positively to CPI, and now it's starting to slide off the open. We're in the jaws, the gap up that we did see. As long as the Qs are above that 723.35, right, I'll be hesitant to go short. As long as the Qs can hold that daily upside breaker, the Qs are coming back and testing that key zone 725. Want to see if that can hold. Walmart pushing to the upside, guys. Walmart. Comes right into where, team? Walmart comes right into that spot right there. Okay, you can't make it up. Comes right in for that retest and immediate push to the upside. Immediate push to the upside. That's telling. That is very telling. Shockwave 5 is set below that weekly downside breaker. We have Meta falling off a cliff. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And you don't take Walmart. If you do take Shockwave 5. Tesla, Meta looking weak. Alphabet looking weak. I want to see Meta clear. We know how infamous the 600 is, guys. Just whipsaw at 600. We got the Dow still within prior day's range. SPY did get above that daily upside breaker. You see the trap here, guys? So this is what we made our team aware of. You see how they trapped it up here? Look, right here. Come into that area, just boom, flush those longs, trap those longs. Okay, in the event that Shockwave 5 does come into play, we do have room into that 771.87 if we can break and hold below at 772.72. Okay, get that signal. Shockwave 5 come into play. Okay, Alphabet falling off a cliff. Take a look at Walmart here. Walmart WMT, ticker symbol WMT for the calls. I'm looking at the 114s, guys, 114s. Okay, 114s. I want Walmart to hold above these major zones. Those are Friday's contracts. For SPY, if we get that breakdown, synchronize selling. SPY IV did get a nice little push to the upside, looking at the 772s. Puts if we do get that break. Want to get a signal there. We're trading under VWAP. We did collide with VWAP here. Give a nice little push back into it. Qs have room into that daily upside. Burke is 723.35. Down goes small caps towards that 301.98. Shockwave 5 coming into play. And then now, guys, there's a good chance that we can go engulfing candle to the downside on the hourly as long as we stay below that 772.97. Okay, 19 minutes left on the hourly. Okay. 19 minutes, some change. Meta, decisive close below PML. Okay. Decisive close below PML. As long as we don't get a close above that 773.16 and we stay below VWAP, okay, the breakdown is brewing. So we can get a signal here. And we have to respect this level because this is that weekly open. Okay. See if all that buying can get absorbed as long as we stay below that 773.16 in the next 3 minutes. Down goes Meta. Down goes Palantir. Have no fear. Down goes Palantir. Down goes Meta below PML. So Meta PML retrace reject. Open to that 590s. We'll have that on watch. SPY testing that weekly open, guys. Weekly open test currently underway. We're seeing small caps getting bought up here on the last 5 minute. Q's getting bought up as well. Okay. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. Somewhat of a late start today due to some technical issues. But what matters is we're here. I'll get to the chat on YouTube here shortly. Tesla to the downside also looks appealing. Tesla, these are, keep in mind, guys, these contracts expired today. Tesla 325s. If you want to go further dated, by all means. Walmart coming back and testing VWAP, PMH retest. Possible if you're a retest trader. If you're looking for that expansion above that 113.85. Shockwave, 2 minutes. Shockwave 15 in 2 minutes. Shockwave 5, nothing so far. Nothing so far here. So we're seeing conflict across the indexes. So this hourly candle has 16 minutes left, guys. 16 minutes left. Down goes Meta. Good morning, Fishman. Good morning. God bless you, George, and your family, health, economy, and followers. May you receive abundant likes, support, and recognition for helping others. Amen. God bless you too. God bless everyone in the chat. Verse of the day, Hebrews 13:16. But to do good and to communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifice God is pleased. Amen. Good morning, Nico. Good morning, Sharky. Good morning, Wiz. Good morning, Poleman. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Shockwave 15 is here. So candidate to the upside, if we do start to slide, we got Walmart. Further slide to the downside, we have Meta. All right, cautiously with Meta, because Meta can get erratic at times. If we do start to bounce to the upside, possibly Nvidia. Okay, and of course we have our small caps here. IWM. We have 302 puts if that comes into play. Targeting 301.98. So you can at least see here, guys. Disney. Mickey Mouse. For Mickey Mouse, contracts that expire on Friday. Nasty. These spreads are ugly, guys. 20-cent spreads. All right, so Walmart's starting to go. If SPY breaks down, that's going to favor Walmart. Down goes small caps. If you took small caps, you have room into that 301.98. See if SPY can come into play. Okay, this hourly candle is on the verge of going engulfing. As long as it can stay below 722.97, can potentially go engulfing here. Let me take off Shockwave 5. Shockwave 5 giving the signal, not 15 yet. Right at that weekly open. Below VWAP. See if the Qs can reject here. Walmart is gone. If you took Walmart, congratulations. If you took Walmart, good, good, good. Dollar signs in the chat if you took Walmart. I want to see a rejection here on SPY. I'm just seeing if the buyers want to step in off that weekly open. Alright, just trying to see if this breakout doesn't play out. Okay, because buyers do tend to step up off that. If we get a nice little slide to the downside, I'll be there for it. I just want to see the Qs show a little bit of weakness here. I want the Qs to start to fade. And I'm looking at the SPY puts, just waiting for the conditions to clear a little bit. Alright. I don't want to see a breakout. I want to see Q start to fade. If you took small caps into that 301.98, congratulations. We got Nvidia going as well to the upside. Want to see a nice little slide. No positions yet. No positions yet. I want to see SPY start to slide here. I want SPY to stay below 772.97. If it starts to get above 772.97, that means we're starting to see buyers step in, right? Because I don't want to get caught in that breakout off that weekly open. Okay. Qs continue to show strength. Still holding VWAP. Okay, good thing I didn't take that. Okay, if I did take it, I'll get stopped out. But again, I didn't want to short right there. So Shockwave 5, you get stopped out. But the window's until 9:45. Shockwave 15, you would not take that. Okay, Walmart. Walmart is ripping and running, guys. Walmart is ripping and running. Scale out on Nvidia. Scale out on Nvidia. So nice reclaim of 772.97. If that hourly candle can get back above that open of that hour, okay, that's it. That they're gonna flip that candle back up. Look at small caps, guys. Small caps, it gives you into 301.98 if you take that breakdown precisely. Okay, so you have to respect these levels. Nvidia, nice break on Nvidia. Nice break on Walmart. Those are the two big winners so far. Okay, so I was hesitant to short, just waiting for it to clear. I want to see the Qs start to slide right over there. Okay, because right, I've taken longs off that weekly open multiple times. And we know how powerful that weekly open is, so give it a little bit of respect. Okay, giving the level some respect. Put some respect on the level's name. Tesla, keeping a close eye on Tesla as well. Okay, I have Tesla, keeping a close eye on Tesla. Palantir as well, guys. Meta starting to slide. Tesla starting to slide. Okay, I'll be there for the resurface break back lower. For Meta and Tesla. If you took those breaks right out the gate, manage accordingly. Okay, they're providing some appreciation there. Qs are starting to fade now. Qs are starting to fade. Qs are starting to fade. Down goes Tesla. That's going to further enhance Tesla and Meta, guys. If you took Tesla or Meta, congratulations. That weekly open is the only thing keeping us, okay, up right now. That weekly open 772.62 is giving up. We have room into 771.67. Okay, see if we can come back one more time. Might have to take an entry via Shockwave 5. Okay, so we get the nice little decisive breakdown. I like how the Qs are joining the party this go around. I like how the Qs are joining the party this time around. Folks who took Tesla and Meta, congratulations. Palantir also breaking down. Okay, stay below 772.97. We recapture 772.97. Okay, let's get that slide. I want to get that initial break. Once it gets that initial break, I'll look to take it. Okay, again, nice little slide under 772.62, which is that weekly open. Look at that, guys. Scale out on Meta. Scale out on Meta. I like how the Qs, if the Qs can give a VWAP, that's going to be great. Qs give a VWAP, that's going to be great. Looking at these SPY puts here. Qs give a VWAP. We are 6 minutes away from new hourly. Get that slide. Okay, just break here. Okay, I'm going to respect this area, guys. I'm going to respect it. So I want to go short right there, but I want to see all the buyers get absorbed. Okay, initial reaction. Boom. So the second reaction off of this, I want it to be smaller than that initial reaction. That tells us there's less demand there. If it's equal or greater, that tells us there's a lot of demand here. Okay, Palantir, Meta, and Tesla. Okay, there you go. And Walmart. All those ideas worked out beautifully. If you took those, dollar signs in the chat. 42% Microsoft so far. Beautiful job, Devil Dog. Beautiful job, Lynn. And Walmart's contracts are Friday as well. So great catch. I think I really want to catch this SPY here. All right, really fixed on catching SPY. Fixated on catching SPY. So let's see if SPY can start to slide. If you caught any of those guys, congratulations. Okay, one and done type of day. Okay, I like how small cap starting to slide as well, team. Small cap starting to slide. I want that candle to hold right there. I want that candle to hold right there. Okay, I'll take the puts right there. So I'm in the puts via Shockwave 5. Risk is VWAP. Okay. Hopefully that can bleed into shockwave 15. Okay, trigger shockwave 15. That'd be great. I want to see the Qs stay below VWAP, guys. Stay below VWAP on the Qs. SPY, knock out those lows, and we get to go. Okay, this is still being put to the test, so we still can get a bounce off there. Okay, but I'm already allocated risk. Okay, go. Up 6. Has room to 772.18. On the hourly, guys, I want the hourly to stay below 772.97. 4 minutes left. The closer we close to these lows, the shorter of a path we have to knocking out that level. No setup on shockwave 15 yet if you're waiting. There's a shockwave 5 setup. Oh, Meta is giving me Meta and Tesla, Palantir and Walmart giving me a little FOMO. Okay, there we go, Tesla. There we go, SPY up 14. Go. Up 16. Okay, TP if you need to, guys. There you go, SPY. This candle, if it knocks out that 772.11, guys, there's a good chance of going engulfing. Up 20. I'm going to take a majority off right there on SPY at 20%, holding runners. Okay, holding runners. TP1 20%. Okay. Go. NC is going to be right here. So on no close back above here. Okay, majority off at 20. Notice how even though we Tesla, Meta, and Walmart provide a better returns, I'm not looking to replicate those returns on SPY. I'm taking what SPY is giving, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm taking what SPY is giving. All right, if you got those, tremendous job. Okay. We need to knock out that 772.11. No close above here. See if I can sit through that retest with some runners. Okay, targeting 771.87. So allow that retest. Shockwave 15 coming in here. Stay below weekly open at least 772.62. Retrace reject would be great. Small caps, low day. Beautiful job. So the market finally gave us some clean movement. Okay. If I get it close above that level, I'll get stopped out on SPY. Okay, that box. If I get it close above that, runners will get stopped out near break even. Okay. I'll get stopped out right there on SPY. Okay, so 20% runner stopped out. Okay, we'll take it. Walmart came from pre-market. Okay, so if you're serious about your trading, guys, this is it. You have to be in the pre-market. Walmart came from pre-market. Nvidia also going. So finally getting some movement here. All right, it's still, the indexes are still not clear. There's still some conflict amongst the indexes. So tread lightly. Okay, tread lightly. So I took that shockwave 5 entry into the 15. If you did take shockwave 15, okay, your stop is there. If you get stopped out, make sure you get stopped out. Some retrace reject opportunities on. I'll be there for the retrace reject on. Looks like Palantir come into play first, possibly. We have a fresh break brewing on Amazon. We have all these. We have Nvidia. So every name we called, guys, providing some great opportunities. If you're in a shockwave 15, okay. Know where your risk is, depending on your risk. Thank you, SPY. Thank you, SPY. Thank you, George. Absolutely, CP. Can you guys not hear? How's the audio on YouTube? See if you can fall back under. New hourly candle here, team. New hourly candle. Amazon, potential fresh break brewing on Amazon. Okay, 270 puts on Amazon. Looking at the 270 puts on Amazon for a fresh break. If you took Meta, Walmart. If you took Meta puts, if you took Palantir puts, if you took Tesla puts, if you took Walmart calls, Nvidia calls, you're doing tremendous. Okay, you're doing tremendous. Okay. Tremendous, 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 tremendous job. So these are the two highs that we have structurally. Even small caps. Okay. That hourly candle's inside. If we break this, we can start to put some pressure on this short-term downtrend. Google is coming in hot. $340s on Google. Puts. So fresh breaks brewing on Amazon and Google. Okay. Fresh breaks brewing on both those names. Amazon, be wary of that 270. Alright, if you're looking to go short, needs to clear that. If you're via Shockwave 15, guys, if you're taking Shockwave 15, just, you don't want to see this breakout. That's it. As long as you don't see this breakout, you might have room back to that lower day. The reason why we're bouncing is that's 50% retrace that gap. Okay, so see profit, take profit, always the best protocol. Okay, let's get the likes up on YouTube, guys. If you did catch any of those ideas, you can be done for the day. Okay, keep it clean. All right, keep it clean. Get used to taking 1 or 2 trades per day and being efficient. Okay, Amazon's starting to slide here. Gorgeous slide on Amazon. Gorgeous slide. Come back and retest 270. Google Brewing. Breakdown on Google Brewing as well. See if we knock out those lows. Amazon, a 1 candle drop. See if we get synchronized selling. So all these individual names, guys, they are moving beautifully. You can't ask for more. What more can you ask for? SPY, again, Shockwave 15. You never got stopped out. You sat through a little bit of drawdown. Right? You're at lower day. The hourly, we just triggered that hourly, guys. So as long as we stay below 773.50 on the hourly, bigger picture thinking, we're bearish. Okay. How are we doing, guys? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? So there we go. If you caught any of those trades, tremendous, tremendous job. First shift, first 30 minutes in the books. Let's put Shockwave 30. Okay, Shockwave 30 will be here. Shockwave 30 is also here, guys. See if Google can slide back under that level. Google can slide back under that level. I'll look to take the Google shorts. 340s, these are zeros, can be very volatile. Okay, SPY bouncing off that daily 50% retrace. No surprise. Everything's starting to bounce because we're a SPY bouncing off of. I want that buying to get absorbed. Okay, I'll take Google right there. I'm in the Google puts. Target low a day. 341.70. If SPY can start to slide, that'd be great. Ideally, I want to see SPY not break out here. Okay, SPY don't break out there. So I bought it at the ask. Goog is a little spready. But that's fine. Stop is conservative per usual. Okay, per usual, stop is conservative. Okay. Ideally, what I don't want to see from a market context standpoint is, of course, I don't want to see a breakout. I don't want to see SPY break out. That can start to put some pressure on a position. So these are zeros. They can get very volatile, guys. Since the contracts are cheaper, those percentage gains can be exaggerated. Right, so continue to manage risk per usual. But we do have a potential flag forming on the Google hourly as well. Right, so if we can put some pressure on that, that'd be great. I wanted the Qs to fail VWAP. See SPY can start to slide here. What's giving us a hard time here on SPY team is this 50% retrace, one of our key levels. Okay. Want to see that flag break here on Goog. Get into low a day, knock out that 341.70. That would be great. In the next minute, some change. We'll have room to 340. Okay. Roll over Goog. Okay. If you need to TP, TP. All right. How we doing, guys? How we doing? 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 Who took advantage of that last stretch? That first 30 minutes, you can be done there, guys. Boom. 9%, 40% on Walmart, 140% on Microsoft. Prime Rib, let's go. 20% SPY. Good, good, good. Need your wisdom. Looks it puts a SPY, Y, spread, 71. Okay, I'll answer that just in a bit. Google's starting to bounce here. Google's starting to bounce. About to get stopped out. Get that close above it, I'll get stopped out. Okay, stopped out on Goog. Nasty stop out there on Goog. Aggressive bounce. Aggressive bounce on Goog. So as we're bouncing, okay, a lot of the names that broke are coming into play as well. Okay, market is starting to speed up here. cross back lower, I can re-engage on Goog. For those individual names on the zeros, you can use less size. The contracts are also cheaper. They're more volatile. Okay, SPY on the verge of a break. So even SPY just gave you a scalp opportunity. Okay. If a Goog comes back into play, I'll be there. I'll re-engage if we can come back into play. What else can come back into play? Walmart might have to wait until another shift. Meta come back into play. Tesla come back into play possibly. Q's not doing anything, guys. Q's were the leader. They were the leader of the pack. They're the leader of the pack. %30 on SPY puts. Good. Good. It's really just being very picky. Amazon come back into play as well. Fall back under. We need to see SPY start to fade. If SPY is going to really break out of here, guys, okay, that's probably all these names getting lifted is impacting SPY. Qs have been range bound. They're still within that opening range. Dow continues to push the downside. Actually, I don't even have Amazon contracts on watch. So pull up Amazon contracts at 270s. Fall back under. Okay, as the market is SPY's trying to break out here, guys, we are seeing Walmart pulling back slightly. We have a shallow retest of 140 to 114.55 after rejecting off 115. We have VWAP. If you're looking for it to come all the way back to that shock wave, you have to wait until 113.84 territory. So the early breaks, such as Tesla breakdown, Meta breakdown, went to target and scale out, but the late breaks, like Amazon and Goog, didn't go to target or scale out. At least Amazon went to scale out. Just the one that I took didn't go to scale out, ended up being stopped out. Okay. For the sellers, they need to get price below that 771.88. See if there's enough selling pressure to get below there. If Google can come back into play, I'll be there. Palantir starting to slide as well. So I'm looking at Amazon and Google if they can slide. More than likely, we need lower lows to print on SPY. What I do see here is put left head right, possible inverse head and shoulder formation on SPY. If we just zoom out just a little bit, you see where we are, guys? We came right into this resistance here. Rejection. Right, so is this one of those scenarios where we break all the way back into this area, or do we find a resting point at these pivots, generate enough liquidity for us to push back into 773.60 territory? Okay, so despite the fact that we're seeing buyers stepping off those lows on that hourly candle, right, this is still sellers who have this candle. Okay, so the best thing the buyers can do is turn this into a hammer. The first best thing is turn into a golfer. Second best thing is set the stage for the next hour by going hammer. Apple fresh breakdown. 300. Apple might have to go as 1D2 when the contracts are way too cheap. Apple 300s. At the money contracts, 25 cents. All right, that's going to tell you that's going to be very volatile. All right, because of 25-cent contract, $25 contract, if it's down 2 cents, it's basically down 10%. Or $2.50, 2.5 cents, then it's down $2.50, and it's down 20%. Okay, Tesla, potential flag on Tesla. Okay, those are the two names that show the most amount of weakness. Palantir looking to resurface back to downside. I have my eyes on Amazon, targeting lows a day. We can start to break down. What we need here, guys, is SPY to break further. The only issue is it looks like we're trying to go inverse head and shoulder, which is a reversal pattern. Okay, and it's going to have to do with this here. Can we reclaim that weekly open, get into VWAP, get back above VWAP? Okay. That is the key. Can those things take place? Palantir, with the nature of its relationship, this has the 165 puts. If SPY does decide to break out, Goog wants to come back into play, I'll be there. Between Tesla, Goog, and of course Apple for the fresh break. Palantir also sliding to the downside. We can see Qs are not doing much, guys. We're seeing the Dow bouncing off that level there, key level, 536.91. So the Dow is seeing some dip buyers. The Qs are stuck in the mud. The Qs are stuck in the mud. So you can see the distance between the lower day and that trigger on Google versus Amazon. Right, so Amazon has a little bit more of wider room to get into lows a day, as opposed to Google. Palantir, okay. Double dip on Palantir available. Back into lows a day. Let's see, we come back just a little bit, come back and tap that level. Palantir is starting to slide. Q's hugging VWAP. So notice it's giving you a very short window. The market is giving you a very short window for you to operate. Very short window to operate. Okay, we're seeing that inverse head and shoulder lead us back to that VWAP, which could be favorable for Palantir. So let's see if Palantir can come and tap that level. Let's get a nice little buy up on Palantir. SPY back at VWAP. So downward compression break, inverse head and shoulder off that 771.87 being the head. Right shoulder comes in. We get that push above weekly open, and then now we're at VWAP. So we're slowly starting to shift the structure. So now the buyers have lifted this hourly candle, which the sellers once had. Okay, 90 MA, respected 90 MA tests on SPY, small caps, all coming up. Okay, I'll take Amazon right there. I'm in the Amazon puts. Okay, so you get a nice little slide there. Amazon is confronting that key level, guys. Amazon's confronting that key level, which is that 270. Okay, so risk on Amazon is conservative. Okay, see SPY, unless SPY knocks out these lows, makes low a day. Okay, I'll be paying attention to this, to that area right there. So I see Amazon has some folder behind it. Knock out that 270 for Amazon. Okay, I like how SPY is starting to slide. You take Amazon, manage accordingly. TP if you need to. It's gonna be predicated on if SPY can break that. If SPY can break down. Okay, see Amazon can hold below the 270 if it can, lows a day. Amazon up 14, 15. TP if you need to, guys. I'm gonna take majority off right there at 15 for good measure. I couldn't get filled on that TP. Couldn't get filled on that TP. So unable to TP majority there. Let me try again, right there. Okay, filled there for majority at 14. Okay. And then now I will use that 270.42 as my trail. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can hold this into lower day. Okay, risking at 270.42. Ideally, of course, I want to see SPY break down, but it just refuses to break down. But I had to take that 15. If SPY was just falling off a cliff, that'd be great. Okay, that'd be great. So runners on Amazon headed toward holding into a lower day after TPing at 14%. What I want to see is if SPY can break here. At 270 separation will be critical on Amazon. Walmart, higher highs. Palantir, lower day. Okay. Okay, so just pick what fits your criteria. Okay, there's never going to be a lack of opportunities. I always make the argument that there's too many opportunities and it's opportunity overload. Okay, so that's our third trade of the shift, guys. Google went against us, stopped out. SPY worked out beautifully for us. Amazon working out nicely as well, babysitting these runners so we can get to lower day. In this case, if we're going to get Amazon lower day, what can help that is, of course, if SPY breaks down. Okay, if Amazon can stay below 270, that would be great. Okay, but SPY breakdown will help Amazon get to lower day. If SPY reclaims VWAP, starts to continue to push to the upside, seeking that 773, 772, and keeping this hourly candle a hammer. That might work against Amazon unless Amazon just makes an independent drop. If you are using 9 EMA on Amazon, okay, still below the 9 as your trail. Okay, it's going to be that 270, guys. 270 is a major level on Amazon. 270 is a major level on Amazon. So the Dow is starting to bounce off those lows. The Dow has the most, in the last 15 minutes, the Dow has the strength. Qs are flat, Dow strong. Amazon knock out that 269.78, and we continue to sell off. Okay, now Amazon stay below 269.93 at 5 minute. Okay. Ever used that 90 MA trail? Good, good, good. Amazon at 270, great separation away from it. The 5 minute is directional, barring some kind of 5 minute reversal. All right. We're going to continue to drop on Amazon. Let's take a look at Amazon. Let me show you the trade. Okay. Boom. You can scale out there. That was actually a better trade than one that we got. We called that one out as well. And then now you can take this here. That's the one that generated about 15%. I want Amazon to stay below 270. Okay, what I'm targeting with the runners is, of course, all the way down here. But what we need is we need help from SPY. We need SPY to show some weakness. Okay, we need SPY to show some weakness. Speaking of SPY, SPY is back above VWAP. This drive is being led, guys. This drive is being led by the Dow. Amazon, no close above here. Okay. So 2 minutes left into the new 5 minute candle. Stay below 270. Knock out that 269.75. We'll be in business. If it just goes back above it, then runners get stopped out, break even. Okay. There goes Tesla. That flag on Tesla was gorgeous. That flag on Tesla was gorgeous. Okay, Amazon out. Very close to break even on runners. So good TP on Amazon. That's all it gave us. Okay, so that's all it gave, and now Amazon's starting to reverse on the 5. Okay. Gave Amazon a shot. Shockwave, if you took Shockwave, scalp. If you're going the other way, compound break above those highs. I might have to double dip on Amazon if SPY gets below VWAP. Tesla's chart is gorgeous, guys. Especially since Tesla's a mover. Right, if you can get a trade to work in your favor on Tesla, right, this thing can really start to move. Okay, so first shift is about 1 minute away. First shift is about 1 minute away. Again, 1 minute away. Again, guys, make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. Amazon fell back under 70, 270. SPY falling back under VWAP. Uh, 772s. I might take one more trade here. All right, we haven't taken 4 trades during first in a long time, but if it calls for it, if we do see synchronized selling, guys, I'll take SPY to the downside via Shockwave 15 with the incoming weakness for that breakdown. Risk being conservative. Same setup as earlier. Okay, same setup as earlier. We need the Dow to start to get faded. The Qs are not doing much, guys. They're doing all their work in pre-market. Also keeping a close eye on this. All right, for potential breakdown if that's support of this trend line that we did see from yesterday's lows into some pre-market lows. That can come into play. I'll shoot my shot with SPY, the 772s. You can go 771s or 772s. Actually, go with 771s. Okay, the puts. All right, so first shift is in the books, guys. 3 trades during first shift. Possibly looking to take another trade during the beginning, the early inning of second shift. So we've been taking 2 trades. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Do you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's no entry. I could have gotten an entry. But it's shenanigans. So if you got that, if you got blessed by that, just TP. But shenanigans is here. Look at that. It's hard to gauge this candle. Shenanigans. I want to take this break, but then I want that candle to settle down. Because it can go just as quickly as it did that. It can go the other way. That contract wicked from $60 per con all the way to $1. All right. That kind of throws a wrench in the equation. Anyone take that? If you were in it before, or if you take it a little early, if you get Shockwave 5, you can be in that. So it's possible. I was looking to take the break, and they get this mad candle here, and it's hard for me to take it now. Amazon continues to break down. Again, we talked about they're going to put some pressure on this trend line. They're putting some pressure on it. Pressure being applied. Shenanigans is here right at first shift. But look at the liquidity they grabbed. They dumped all the way here. Notice how Shockwave doesn't give you a signal on a candle like that. Even if you go short right here, unless you're lightning speed, very few people can extract profits if they get short right there. Okay. Wick got me green. Beautiful job, John. As soon as you see a wick like that, shenanigans, guys, lock it in. Okay, lock it in. Because the issue is now it's grabbed all this liquidity. Okay. So manipulated, and the issue is the distribution. Is it going to go the other way? That's the big danger when you see those candles. Okay. So shenanigans is here. Amazon headed towards lower day. Apple breakdown brewing. If you held on to Amazon, good. Okay, so where are we, team? Let's go back to our game plan real quick. We'll do this more often. After first shift, we'll go back into the game plan from this morning. All right, so this morning we talked about this is resistance. As much as you want to go long, unless we get above 775 decisively, synchronized buying, this is resistance. What happens at resistance, we reject. When we reject that resistance, we come into this zone. In this zone, things can get sticky. We want to see separation. If we can't get separation, this is where the chop zone is. This is the give back money to the market zone. Okay, we come into this, immediately bounce off that PML. Do we have enough fuel to get us back that territory up here, or do we have enough weakness to break below that 771.36 and continue lower into 770? Okay. Take a look at Amazon. No, not from there. Look at that, guys. So I could have done a better job managing this. but this eventually, and better job from the standpoint of getting contracts that are a little bit further dated. Okay. But Amazon, beautiful, 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 beautiful idea. Who took Amazon to the floor? Who took Amazon to the floor? Now the one that gives me FOMO is Tesla. Tesla, that's our usual suspect. That one is gone. All right, but first shift is in the books, guys. First shift, 3 trades, 2 of the 3 worked in our favor. SPY, Google stopped out. There was a small opportunity TP on Google, but exceptional opportunities. Meta provided a beautiful opportunity. Tesla provided a beautiful opportunity. One of our traders got Microsoft. Microsoft also. Okay. So it's very important. It's imperative. It's essential that you do. If you're going to tune in, guys, if you're looking for those ideas and analysis, make sure to show up early. Make sure to show up early. Early bird gets the worm. And let's also get the likes up, guys. We're very light on the likes today. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Yeah, base hits. Yeah, the base hits are awesome. Base hits. That is priority number 1. Taking the 15s, the 20s. Okay, just constantly doing it over and over and over again will get you far. Early bird gets the dead presidents, absolutely. Okay, I wanted to take that breakdown, but that shenanigans candle kind of just killed it. Okay, because I don't want to go short there, because if they grabbed enough liquidity from first shift and that PML and that 50% retrace and that 50% retrace of prior day, I might have enough fuel to push the upside and test 773.72. I don't want to get caught going short after liquidity grab. 22%. Beautiful job, Dan. So this market, guys, is requiring us to be patient as possible. Right? You notice how it's forcing you to be patient. If you want to survive, you're being patient out of necessity. Okay? But hopefully you guys are taking advantage of the ideas, guys. Especially our strikers. Again, it was a warning, 100%. Yeah, Apple breakdown. Apple has yet to break down. Last idea, Amazon, worked out beautifully. I just got shaken out of the runners. I took my ball and went home. See if I can capture one more idea. Right, and we've been basically on the low end. Usually I take anywhere between 2 to 5 trades per day. Right, high end being 5. Sometimes I go outside of 5. Right, but it's like the bell curve, right? But that's very rare. Sometimes it's just 1 trade, 2 trades, but the sweet spot is between 2 to 4. And we've been on the low end, 1 to 2 trades to navigate these conditions. Alright, so continue to do that, guys. Sometimes when there's a catalyst, it gets you trade happy, right? You want to take more trades, but always dial yourself back in if you do feel like you're getting a little trade happy. reason why I'm moving this, always move your trend lines. The reason why I'm moving this to here is because this high is lower than this high. And this low is lower than this low. So adjustment has been made. Right, second shift is here. Okay, the MVP for second shift, for first shift, is Tesla. Unanimous MVP. Unanimous MVP. Okay, these are the trades that you want to be a part of. Are all trades going to be this smooth? No. Right, but when you get trades like this that work out beautifully, okay, like if you have shockwave, right there. Okay, this was a nice, even this flush here. More than likely, I'm taking the majority off as this is flushing. And then maybe, knowing myself, if my runners don't get stopped out, we'll be able to sit through this. Best case scenario. And then be there for the second leg lower. Right? It just depends on how you enter the trade, what the objective is for the trade. Because what you'll notice is there isn't a lot of friction. Okay, there aren't a lot of key levels below it. Okay? We call this runway. Clean runway. So if you caught Tesla, congratulations. Who's done for the day? Who's done for the day, guys? Who's done for the day? Let's see what we got going on. So Shockwave 15 gave scalp. Shockwave 5 gave scalp. We're going to go to Shockwave 60. Shockwave 60, nothing so far. Notice how Shockwave 60 didn't give you the signal here. It did its job. Okay, the trades you don't take sometimes are just as important as the trades you do take. Okay, that's why trading is so difficult. Because you have to know which ones not to take. And which ones to take. Okay. All right, guys. Almost 11 o'clock. Let's get the likes up. Take a minute to smash the like button, guys. First time viewers, let us know where you're joining from. Long time viewers, take the next steps. Join our community. If you don't want to miss the latest idea, there is a delay on YouTube. Keep that in mind. There is a delay on YouTube. Walmart weekly upside breaker retest. We know the inverse relationship exists with Walmart. This morning, Walmart was brought to our attention. Okay, that was one specific thing we talked about on Walmart. Right? Right here. Even if you don't trade it right here, okay, you're using this as fuel to play the break and use market context. Okay, we talked about how between that 115 and where price is just this one pivot right there. That's basically Thursday's highs. And boom, out of here. All right, just like that. Walmart. Stresla, or Tesla. Okay, fails to hold this support. So Tesla does have some room to go. Meta. Meta complete breakdown. Below 600. Separation away from 600. Nvidia. Catching fuel off of the support into the open. Now it's resting at resistance. Okay, it's resting at resistance. Goog. Okay, I was just a little late to the party. Okay, I was a little late to the party. So by the time I already broke down, I was a little late to the party. Okay, but you can see Goog. We even discussed this in pre-market as well. Second leg of that breakdown for the datacons come into play. By the time I took it, right, Goog was sitting right at this previous rejection points. Right, so I was a little late to the party, and then got stopped out. But bigger picture, intraday bigger picture. Okay, you can see first leg, now it's at a second leg. SPY, when in the middle, it's a riddle. This hourly candle has about 13 minutes left. Okay, 13 minutes left. We came into the 4 hours 50% retrace. We bounced the 4 hours directional. And then now let's see if this candle wants to potentially engulf in the next 13 minutes. So buyers are stepping off those lows. There are dip buyers. Okay, so we're getting that hammer candle if we're gonna hold there. So when there are dip buyers, you want to avoid going short at support. Let's see. Goog. All right, if that comes back into play, I'm gonna be there for Goog. Okay. Very short distance between that TP and the break in the TP. All right, so any kind of bounce can get it out of there, but I'll be there for Goog. Okay, for that double dip, after getting stopped out, exact same contracts. The only difference is those contracts are significantly cheaper, right? Because time has passed. Okay, so those contracts, when I first got those contracts on Goog, they were priced at 71. Now they're at 35. I actually might have to go to different contracts. That's fine. I'll go with those contracts. So this will be the lotto for the day. Okay, Goog. Let's see if we can recover a little bit on Goog. What do we need for Goog to work out? We need a continued slide on SPY headed towards the lows, right? So looks like sellers putting more pressure on that candle. Victory for the sellers, guys, is get this candle's close below prior candle's low. That'll be the victory. Okay, that's the victory for the sellers. Shockwave 5 entry on Goog. So potentially take the Shockwave 5 entry on Goog. Shockwave 5 entry on Google is right at 342.93. Okay, so by the time it gets to the 15, then it's already starting to roll. Okay, nice retrace read on Goog. Apple, fresh break brewing on Apple. Okay, nice retrace on Goog right off that Shockwave 15. Okay, there goes Goog. See if we can continue to push lower. So Shockwave 15 would have been the best entry for Goog. Shockwave 5, I should say. Go, 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 Goog. I'll take the 15 entry. About a 10 point discrepancy. Between those two entries. SPY is starting to slide back lower via Shockwave 15. We got NVIDIA testing VWAP. We got Apple trying to break down. And all those shockwaves will be available soon, guys, very, very soon. Okay, finishing touches are being put to them. And we also have an update coming up as well. There is a Shockwave 15 update coming up for dynamic risk. Okay, dynamic risk. We know we have conservative, we have aggressive. All right, we have those two risk profiles, and now we have two optional settings. That is dynamic. Okay, that dynamic risk is going to be available to the point where you can set it based on what EMA you use as your risk, and adaptive. The two options are going to be dynamic and adaptive. All right, adaptive is a custom feature where the risk adapts based on the trade, and the other one is dynamic, where it doesn't have to be fixed to a certain conservative or aggressive. All right, so giving you more options because I'm getting a lot of feedback from you guys. Right, that you want more options such as that. So that's going to be the Shockwave 3.0 update. If you have lifetime, you'll have access to Shockwave 3.0. We're constantly making improvements, and so it's going to be on the risk, from the risk aspect. Okay, because I do know people's risk can be different. Maybe conservative is too large for you. Maybe aggressive is too wide. So something less, or something more dynamic, or something more adaptive to what price is doing in real time. That will be available on the update, okay? So the ones who have lifetime, you will have access to that update. Okay. Okay, holding 5 puts. Okay, good. Poodle, 194% Goog, 350 puts. Tremendous. You probably caught it off. Let's see, that's probably VWAP, VR projection if I had to guess. Or that entire drop from 10 o'clock. Swing from yesterday. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. Tremendous. You have a great ability on sitting your trades with conviction. Poodle, so kudos to you. So Goog. Okay, we're putting some pressure on this hourly. We did see buyers come in. Now they're starting to get absorbed. So that's why the hourly candle, guys, it's so dynamic. There's so many things taking place. Unless it's set in stone, once it's closed, right? So many things can change. If Google can get below that 342.51, 342.31, I should say, that would be great. Okay. Google's direction on the hourly. What else? The Apple breakdown, fresh breakdown on Apple Brewing, right? But we do see some buyers at those lows. It's getting ugly, guys. It's getting ugly. It's getting ugly. If you got that via Shockwave 15 on SPY, good. The Qs have yet to break. The Qs have yet to break. Okay, Google, I think, is just going to be a choppy mess, guys. It does have some kind of head and shoulder pattern forming, but it's not really moving with. Amazon went all the way to TP1. All right, so try and look for one more idea, guys. If we can get it off, that would be great. If not, we'll be done. All right, if you are done, okay, make sure you're done, guys. Make sure you stay clean, stay green. Tomorrow is Thursday. We have more data coming in. Okay, more data coming in. PPI. And then we have Friday. And then ramp down Friday, and the second week of the month is officially in the books. Second week of the month is officially in the books. This Netflix breakdown for potential multi-day. Interesting. All right, Netflix breakdown for multi-day. Hold or just intraday hold into this territory 73, 27, about a 40-cent opportunity. Could possibly come into play, or maybe this is the early stages of a head and shoulder. Okay, but if Netflix does want to break down, guys, on the other side of the support break. Okay, so I want to see how it does respond if it does get in that area, because this is a multi. Look at this climb. Okay, so this can't, look how long it took to climb. So if it does turn into a breakdown, it can take a long time to break all the way lower. So buy time. Another idea from this morning was Robinhood. Same thing with Robinhood. Okay, got above that prior resistance, turn support. Robinhood starting to slide. Same thing with Robinhood. It's headed towards the support territory right there. Okay, if it can break below here decisively, break down, structure gets shifted. Okay, multi-day slide. Could possibly be brewing. We had one more name. It was Disney. Disney. So Disney's actually retesting that level here. So if Disney can't recapture 103.37 and falls back under this break, okay, Mickey Mouse is on the verge of a slide. All right, those are multi-day ideas you can entertain. So keep a close eye on Disney, Netflix, and Robinhood. Do your due diligence on those names, and tell me what you see. Okay, Tesla again bought up aggressively. New hourly candle, guys. Officially 11 o'clock. Okay, officially 11 o'clock. Make sure to like the video. If we're at 100 likes, we'll do the giveaway. If you haven't liked the video yet, take a minute, scroll down, and smash that thumbs up button. So we're basically smack dab in the middle of the 4-hour 50% retrace. For SPY to get some success below pre-market low, we're going to need the Qs to join the party, guys. The Qs just refuse to join the party. So the Qs were doing phenomenal in pre-market, and the Dow was refusing to do anything, and now it quickly flipped. All right, so that's how quickly things can change. Okay, so Goog still keeping on the back burner. See if it can come into play. Apple also a potential idea. Fresh break brewing. Amazon retrace reject. Tesla retrace reject. SPY inside. So we knock out that 773.30. Okay, bulls use that as support. See if we get some follow through, potential reclaim of VWAP. We knock out that 771.25. That means we continue to sell off until proven otherwise. Okay, it's 11 o'clock, so best practice is to jump over to the one DTs if you're still trading. If you're done, guys, let us know in the chat. If you're done for the day, let us know in the chat. Okay, still looking at Goog. 340s. And I'll look to see if I can buy the bid on Goog because that 5-cent difference makes a difference. Okay, so Lottos will be Goog. See if we can start to slide. I'm going to put my order in for Goog at 35. Okay, for the bid. Orders out there. If it ticks me in, I'll be in it for 35 cents per con. For the Lottos, if you buy the ask, then you would pay, currently you would pay 40 cents. All right, so Shockwave 60 being put to the test. So that order is already there. So if it gets into that 35, I'll get filled. Okay, Shockwave 60 on SPY coming up into PML. Okay, the hourly's inside, the 30 minutes inside. The 4 hour is now bearish. Engulfing, okay, in Goog now. Got filled in Goog. Risk is conservative. Okay, so let's see if this Lotto at least leads us back into lower day. Okay, so this is buy the bid. Goog is coming into some support here, so we needed to slice and dice with that support. Slice and dice through support. up 8. If you need to TP, TP. Okay. That SPY breakdown would be great. That would help Goog. I'm looking for Goog to potentially push into lower day. Okay. Up 14. See if Goog can get that break and really start to accelerate. Okay, if you're looking to secure profit at 14, that's respectable. Okay, I want this to continue to go lower below that level. See if SPY can get that breakdown. Up 17. Okay, go, 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 Goog. Into lower day. Up 22. 25. Stay below that breaker. Okay. Up 28. TP, guys. If you need to TP, by all means. Alright, I want to see if I can take this into lows a day. Alright, so I'm opting to let it play out. Do my best to manage it. Lower day on Goog is coming up. $25. SPY starting to spike. I'll give one more push lower. 28, 31, 37. I'll take a majority off right there at 41%. Down to runners on Goog. Up 54. There we go. Runners up 54. Okay. Now I'm going to hold this runner here on Goog. Alright. Okay, so good recovery. Up 80, 70. There we go on Goog. TP now, guys. TP where you need to. Took a majority off already, so that's the difference between the bid and the mid and the ask. Alright, stay below these lows. We did see profits upwards of 80%. Up 57. I want to see a hole below that level. Knock out that low down here at 341.31, 33. Still up 60. Go, go, go. Dollar signs if you took that lotto, guys. Dollar signs if you took that lotto. If we get a close back above here, okay, I'll be out of there. If we knock out that 341.33, that'd be great. Up 77. Go, go, go. Knock out that 341.33. Now close above that box. And I'll at least walk away with 30. Because these are volatile contracts. Okay. I'll close it right there. You can reject off it, but I'll walk away with 40. Alright, so upwards of 80% on that lotto. TP the majority on lower day. And then closed runners at 40. Did see 80. Wanted to see if there was a little more follow through to 340. Alright, so gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous trade. Alright. That was our get back on Goog. Okay, what was the get back if you're just joining? So you notice how it's not over trading get back, just clicking buttons and trying to force it. It's systematic, just waiting. Where did I get stopped out? I got stopped out right here. Again, same thing. The resurface versus the break back lower. Okay, instead of retracing and breaking down, it reclaims it. I get stopped out. The stop out, I believe, was 45% or so. And then it comes back into play, and then we get that breakdown right here. Actually, I have my order right there at the bid. Okay, I might have to make a video on how to do orders like that. Okay. But there you go. Now it's sweeping those lows. I'm no longer there. My initial target is get near the lows of the day. And that's how you do it, guys. Puts on Google. Okay. Okay, Apple wants to join the party, but I have no more trades left in me. All right, so 4 trades in total, 3 different tickers. So it turned out the trade that showed us the biggest appreciation, Google, turned out to be the one. Google turned out to be the one. GOOGL. Apple. There it goes. On the other side of patience. Okay, on the other side of patience. What Google does now, it's up to it's between Google and Google. It's no longer my concern. I got my piece. I got my small piece, and I let it be. Hourly still inside on SPY, guys. Indexes are very tricky to trade. Outside of small cap IWM that did get that nice breakdown, has been very tricky to navigate. Even to find winners, very easy. Very, very tricky, I should say, not easy. But if you have a system, if you have a systematic approach, right? If you have a proven system, then the best opportunities will come to us. All right, so notice how we're not looking for 10, 15 tickers, running a scanner. All right, I have my usual suspects. All right, I have 8 names I watch every day, and it can rotate up until 12. The elite 8. Okay, and amongst those names, I'm looking for setups. On top of that, the indexes serve multiple purpose. They serve a purpose from a sentiment standpoint. They serve a purpose from a trade idea standpoint. And if you trade the indexes only, you know that everything is out of whack. So you have to have that approach of see profit, take profit, scalp, friendly environment. Okay, it's very similar to the SPY trade that we caught early on. Right here. So not giving it too much room, see profit, take profit. Until they can get on the same page. Individual names, it's mixed. Some of them decide to run, some of them don't. How do I approach it? I take a majority off regardless, and then give the runners room every time. If they want to go, they can go. If they don't, no harm, no foul. Okay. So this approach will help you navigate any kind of terrain, any kind of market condition. Okay. Taking profits regularly. Okay, and not being wrong for long. If you're stopped out, get stopped out. Okay, who took Apple breakdown? Who took the Apple breakdown? Right there, guys. Apple breaking down beautifully. Strikers, you can see that. Okay, you can see Apple breaking down. So on YouTube, you guys only see one screen, but we have actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 other tickers on the screen that you can't see. Okay, so at a given time, okay, we're just seeing which one presents the opportunity. Apple We're talking about that breakdown coming in. Wait for shockwave to give you the signal. What does shockwave do? Give you the signal. Okay, so shockwave 3.0 will be out very soon. All right. On top of that, when shockwave 3.0 is released, the entire suite will be released as well. So now the opening range, you have a framework to follow. If you trade the orb, if you trade the 5-minute orb, 15-minute orb, 30-minute orb, hourly orb, okay, this indicator will be key in helping you identify the opportunities that are going to get you trapped versus the opportunities that are going to work out, and it helps you manage, define your risk, and provides you the signal as well. All right, so once we release this suite, guys, we've put our stamp on the open range, and this has been almost a full year process. Okay, and this is our third version of Shockwave 15. You caught Apple, beautiful job. Good. It's 26, guys. 2026. We've had more days in 26 than there are left. 27 is around the corner. Okay, so if you're still in the trading space, if you got into it in 2020, just like everyone else, a lot of the biggest cohort of traders joined during the COVID era, of course. If you're still hanging around, all right, you're closing in on close to a decade. All right, so it's very important that you take the necessary steps to give yourself the best tools, resources, and take trading as seriously as you can. Okay, take it as seriously as you can. It's the one thing that nobody but yourself can take away from you. Okay. I often say trading is the last thing to go. As a matter of fact, it's getting more popularized, and the speculation market is adding more volume into the entire space, the totality of the entire space. Right, so it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So make sure you're doing that, getting the best tools and resources to capitalize off these opportunities every single day, guys. Every single day. And even for swing traders, it's not been easy. It has not been easy conditions. Okay. The ones who can always survive are scalpers. The hardest skill is scalping. Okay, let's just say the entire trading space. Let's break it down into cohorts. Okay, you have, from a retail perspective, you have scalpers. You have intraday traders they're kind of hybrid. They don't operate on too much of the lower time frames, but they're in positions that say, let's say 1 to 5 minutes. 1 to 5 minutes. Okay, you have 5 to 60. 5 to 60 minutes. You have swing. So multi-day. Okay. Multi-week. multi-week, okay, so on and so forth, multi-month, multi-month, and then you have, let's just say long-term. Okay. These are the people that exist intraday. We just classify them into two groups. You have, say, like hyper scalpers, people that operate very, very low time frame. They're in and out of positions, quick appreciations, short dated contracts. Okay, contracts within a week. They're not looking to hold a position too long. All right, and then you can classify that into under 5 minutes and above 5 minutes to 60 minutes. And then you have swing traders, okay, multi-month, multi-week, multi-day hold. And then you have long-term, which is the buy and hold or hold for 5 years and sell camp, generally speaking. So these are the different, okay, just cohorts. The people here, okay, the people here are long-term. Okay, they're the ones who are successful. They're not too worried about what's going on right now. Okay, they're just waiting for maybe buy points, areas to buy, to add, or continuously dollar cost average. The people that are having a hard time, so these people, they can't participate every single day. They can look at the market every day, but they can't buy every day, sell every day. They either dollar cost average or they wait for 20% pullbacks or whatever their strategy is. Okay, so DCA, the dollar cost average on the week, the month, whatever it is, the quarter, whatever, how you have it set up. And then you have the dip. Okay, so you cannot be in and out every day. You're either dollar cost average or you're waiting for some kind of pullback and you buy a dip, or you're waiting for a discounted individual name that's been beat up and there's a case for it to recover fundamentally and technically, and you buy. The multi-month camp as well. Okay, if you're looking to swing multi-month, if you're looking to swing for multiple months, you're not going to be in a swing every single day. Okay, these multi-month type of opportunities, okay, they come, let's say, 3 to 5 per month. That's even on the high end. 1 to 3 setups per month, if you know what you're looking for. Okay, so you take anywhere from 1 to 3 trades per month. You hold it for multiple months via options or via shares. Okay, either or. On the week, okay, if you're week to week, maybe you're on the 3 to 5. Okay, per week. Okay, same thing here, 3 to 5 per week, or 1 to 3, just depends. Okay, it just really depends on what you're looking for, because A+ setups on the month don't show up every single day. Okay, A+ setups on the month maybe show up once a month, at best 3 times a month. So same thing. So when the market is doing this, okay, this group, okay, they're dollar cost averaging long term, or they're looking to buy the dip, so they're waiting for this thing to collapse. This traders, there's nothing for them to do unless they've been trained to trade the range, right? So there's not a lot of opportunities, lots of stop outs, lots of chop. Okay, not finding a lot of success. Okay, if it's a range bound market. Us here, okay, we're in this camp. If we know what we're looking for, you can find, look here guys, if you're properly trained, okay, you tune in every day, you can find 3 to 5 opportunities per shift. Okay, you're gonna have a chance to take 3 to 5 opportunities will be brought to your attention per shift on average, especially during first, second shift. Okay, so at least 3 to 5 opportunities within those 2 shifts. Okay, but you still have to know what you're trading. So when the market is choppy, the ones who find success are not they're not doing anything here except the dollar cost averagers. Okay, these people, very few are finding success. Maybe they're break even or no trades. Okay, the ones who are successful. Okay, so maybe break even, no trades, and the only ones that can navigate. Okay, and have an opportunity to enter, exit positions, scan for opportunities in real time is this group, because there's constantly new opportunity coming in every shift, 3 to 5 opportunities coming in. So when it's choppy, okay, everyone gets impacted, but the ones who have work, we're always going to have work. When we're in a clear trend, okay, the gap ups and gap downs are more consistent. They're not back and forth. Okay, like gap up, gap down in the same direction overall. We're not seeing too many gap down and gap up, gap downs that can be favorable for this cohort. For us, we can also find success there as well. So out of all of these guys, which is the hardest one to learn? Here. Which is the one people lose the most money in? Or which is the one that they try and have a hard time learning and losing? Here. Because this requires every skill that's required here and some, but at a faster rate. Testing. Can you guys hear me, guys? I lost connection here for a second. Testing. 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 Okay, we lost connection for a second. I don't know what happened. Apple falling off a cliff. All right, so back to the illustration. Okay, so I say that to say, if you learn how to scalp, if you learn how to trade within a small window, all right, you will find an opportunity regardless of if it's chopping, if it's trending. There's always something for you to do. All right, so the emphasis should be on learning this. This is the hardest skill set. You don't need to know technicals in and out to dollar cost average. All right, you don't necessarily need to be super technical to have multi-month swings. But your technicals have to be sharp here. Your timing has to be sharp here. Your decision making has to be sharp here. Your ability to process information in a short period of time has to be sharp here. That's why people have a hard, and the psychological ebbs and flows come into play in a short amount of time and bursts here, as opposed to over multiple days or multiple weeks or multiple months or even long term here. So everything's accelerated here. That's why it's so difficult. But if you can get this down, okay, you'll separate yourself from all these other cohorts. Because now you can play these other games. You can do this as well. No one is stopping you from doing this. No one is stopping you from doing this. Okay? So if you're starting in this space, your challenge now becomes identify what kind of trader you are, find your system, and then start to learn about the different other spaces as well. If you're coming from the long term, you want to continue to do what you're doing long term and start to learn about everything on a lower time frame as well, in shorter periods. All right, that's where I started. Okay, where I started was my interest was peaked on here. Okay, long-term buy hold, multiple month equity trading, and then my interest got peaked, and I continued to dive deeper and dive deeper and dive deeper and dive deeper and dive deeper in here. Right, and what I'll tell you guys is this is the best skill to learn. Okay, this is the best skill to learn. This is for preservation. Okay, in order for you to preserve something, you have to have something. All right, so this is the long term is for preservation purposes. Okay, this is for capitalizing opportunities day in and day out, shift in and shift out. Okay, to extract profits on a weekly, monthly basis. Okay, this is for generating, this is for preserving. Okay, so if you're overly indexed in preserving, that's good, right? But the laws of preserving work really well if you have a lot, okay, and if you're constantly putting in a lot over a long period of time. Right, and you have to continuously just add dollar cost average, dollar cost average, dollar cost average. And then as time passes, we'll turn into a lot. This, we're just accelerating the process. Okay, so it's very, very powerful, the skill you guys are learning and the skills you already have. It's not just, oh, day trading, oh, scalping, oh, taking profits at 15%. I want more. All right, just know how unique of a skill this is. Okay? How unique of a skill it is. Okay, guys? Any questions on YouTube? Any questions? I know we might have lost connection there briefly. Yeah, Apple, yeah. That should have been the lotto. Look at Apple, guys. That was a gorgeous breakdown. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful breakdown. All right, so it was on the radar. Right, what do you notice with Apple and Tesla? Right, minimal traffic, clean runway. And it's about to hit TP1. SPY is still chopping around, so it is definitely a picker's market. Okay, it is definitely a stock picker market, guys. If you're looking for those large gains, the indexes are not giving those large gains, they're giving scalps. Okay. Any questions, guys, before we wrap it up? Any questions? It is third shift. Okay, as always, thank you for tuning in on YouTube. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're green, stay clean. If you're a first-time viewer, make sure to like. Long-time viewers, take the next steps. Join our community for the delay-free, ad-free stream and access to all of our tools and resources. If you're still in the trenches, use the key levels. Make sure to manage risk accordingly. If you're done for the day, be done. Today was a pretty straightforward day. I think I might have been a little trade happy with CPI. I was expecting a little more volatility than this, but we took a trade on SPY that worked out beautifully in our favor for a scalp, and then we went over to Google. Okay, Google, we stopped out. We got stopped out here on Google, and we went over to Amazon. Okay, we were able to short Amazon at the low, very close to these lows, and then got stopped out on runners, working in our favor initially. And then we went back, we doubled back to Google. We doubled back to Google. I'm using my backup keyboard. It's just tiny keyboard. Okay, so we go back to Google, and then we're able to catch this drop right here.